guys, Sean here. Welcome back to another vlog. Wandering around the streets of Siem. Hello. I just stopped by Cam Smile. It's the visa agency that I've used since I got here. I kind of went back there to confirm everything. And I confirmed that, I did the right thing last year by going there. So I'm going to continue with that. And so I just stopped in to get my e-visa sorted out. Now, you can do that online. You can do that at the border. Not a big deal. But for me, I just don't want to mess about. I want this to be sorted. I want everything to be right. And I don't want any hiccups at all. So I paid them the additional fee. So they will process my e-visa for me here. It takes a day. And it was 85 for it. And she was so sweet. She was like, you can just tell them at the border what you want. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Here's the thing. When you take the bus from Bangkok, when I took Giant Ibis, they offer you a service for $40 and they'll get your visa for you while you're driving. And that's all fine and good. Except that there's two options for visas and you can't, if you get one, you can't swap to the other one. So you have to make sure you get the right one. And when you put it into somebody else's hands, I would rather put it in the hands of somebody that I know is going to do it the way I need it done. So, yes, it's going to be more expensive, but I will have it on hand. I'm going to have an emailed version of it. I'm going to have a printed out version of it. And so that when I come back, I don't have to deal with anything. And here's the other thing. Again, I'm always checking off the costs of things, right? So, if I save money here, if I'm spending it here, I'm saving it there, right? So the cost of my bus is $27 each way. If I take Giant Ibis, it's $42. So I take that savings. So are we looking at 27, 3, 2, 5, 15, 30 bucks. 30 bucks round trip. $40 for the visa, that's 70. I'm paying 10 bucks extra to get them to do it for me in advance. When I look at it that way, it's all good. And plus, when I get the visas and everything here, I know that they're going to do everything I need for my work permit and everything. So I'm all set. I'm just happy. So, sometimes it's worth to spend a little bit of money to safeguard your sanity. I stopped by Fame Cafe, got myself my iced Americano. I haven't had one from there in a while. Since this is my old neighborhood, I used to go to that Fame all the time. And it's still good. But my coffee tastes have changed, which I kind of was thinking had happened. This is very much like I wouldn't say Starbucks, but the regular Americanos from back home. A little bit deeper, a little bit darker, not as bitter, but there's no sugar, it's just coffee. And I dig just coffee. So that's a treat for myself, I don't get these very often. I get more of the local ones here. So, having something that has a little bit more of the flavor I was used to, but I've outgrown. So, I'd like to say it's a good starter coffee in Cambodia. Or at least in Siem Reap. But they're consistent. Every location I've gone to here has been great. And they're all consistently the same. So And that means a lot. I think I've gone to like 5 of their different locations here now. And there's more. They're good though. I am trying to think what else I need to do. Part of me is thinking, oh, I need more shirts and stuff, but I really don't. I love this shirt. This is my favorite color now. I always liked blue, but blue on me actually I dig. I was worried that with the white hair and everything that it would look kind of funny, but it actually suits. And when I was younger, my eyes were really, really blue. They're more gray now, which is weird. My eyes always changed color when I was younger. They'd go from green to blue to gray. They'd have like brown at times. So one of those chameleons, I guess. I had a weird moment today. Just doing what I do, watching YouTube. And I was watching a clip, and it was from Leon, the Professional, and a movie I absolutely love. And I could hear music in the background. I was like, I think that's Sting. And it just kind of like, I got to find that song. And so it took me, like I knew, like I was singing it in my head. And it's Shape of My Heart. It's a beautiful instrumental song of his. Well, it's not just his, a beautiful song of his. The instrumentals on it are gorgeous. It's not heavy. That's what I'm trying to allude to. So I went on YouTube, found the song, and I just put it on. And as I was listening to it, it was almost like, because I just sat there and I just was listening to music and I had my eyes closed. I was just letting it kind of, because the slight hearing of it hit me hard. And so whatever it was about the song, I had to let it bubble to the surface, so to speak. And so I just laid there, my eyes closed, listened to it. And it was almost like almost like being taken back to when I was younger hearing it, is what it kind of felt like. And then I was thinking in the moment of, my future. And all these weird visuals started going through my head of a different life for myself from the point of when I'd heard the song the first time. And it happened like in 15 seconds. It was like a rush of images. And I kind of sat up, sat my eyes open, and the song was just finishing. And I was just like, what in the hell? But I processed whatever that song needed to trigger in me. It's cool. Weird as fuck. Yeah. It's so weird with Sting and me. You would think, growing up at the age I am, that the Police would have been a band that I was really super interested in. But I enjoyed their songs, but I was never a fan. I think Message in a Bottle was like the one song that really hit me. And then after that, nothing. And then it was years. And then Sting's solo career came out where he was doing like the bluesy and the jazzy kind of stuff. Hello. And that I liked. Yeah, I was on a phase like in my early 20s where I was right into that, like his solo career and Sade. I was into blues big time for a while, which was great. I loved it. But yeah, and then after I got into his solo stuff, then I went back and I listened to the Police, and then Synchronicity was on repeat for like months on my. I was like, oh, this is a great album, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like you find it years after, even though you knew the album, you knew some of the songs, but you never grabbed the whole album. I miss that too. I miss albums. I miss, you know, sitting down, getting a new album, and where am I? I'm just walking. I miss just grabbing a new album, like going into the record store. You know, like when the new Cure. I remember when Disintegration came out by the Cure, and like at that point, any Cure album was a must-have for me. So I grabbed it, came home, and I think I had that on cassette, and I put it on, and I just listened to it, like all the way through. And then I'd sit there for a little bit, and then you'd listen to it again, and then you pick out what songs you liked, and then you're like, okay. But like on cassette, you couldn't just, you know, I'm going to go listen to the track, you know, and then you had to listen to all of it. But I miss those days of just, you know, grabbing an album, not having listened to singles, just listening to it, and then listening to the whole vision. Like, I don't have to say that Dark Side of the Moon is one of those albums that you just listen to from beginning to end. It's just how it is. You do it. At least I do. Anyway, I'm going to continue walking through, go home, grab a bite to eat on the way back. Something light. I took a tuk-tuk here, so I want to walk to get home. But anyway, I'm going to do that and enjoy my tea. Probably go through one of the temples for a little while and unwind. Anyway, if you like my content, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, if you are still here and you are so inclined, there'll be a link over here. Another video. See you guys soon. Take care, buddy. Bye.